Hello, my dear students. A road is something everyone uses, whether rich or poor, and it forces people of all levels to connect and associate with one another. The road signifies mobility. One can take the road as a point to start over towards something new. It is the point that takes us to the another point of our desire through the passage of time called journey. So our journeys are incomplete without the road, and the human life is meant to have journeys. Life and road are interlinked. Life without journey is meaningless, and the journey without the road is not completed. So with this introduction, my dear students, we'll start the new chapter, chapter 5 of our English literature, that is a poem, and the title of this poem is Song of the Open Road, written by Walt Whitman. In this poem, Walt Whitman talks about the people and places. He argues against staying at one place for too long. Walt Whitman was an American poet, essayist, and journalist. Whitman is among the most influential poets in the American literature. He is often called as the father of free verse. His major works, Leaves of Grass, published in July 1855. His O Captain, My Captain, a poem written on the death of Abraham Lincoln, is widely popular. The section of Song of the Open Road from the Leaves of Grass is a beautiful combination of self-awareness, free will, and tenderness of heart. The poem gives us poet's realization that along the journey of life one will face the test of wisdom, which is not tested in any school or university. So let's begin with the poem Song of the Open Road by Walt Whitman. We will understand the poem with the explanation of it stanza wise. So the first stanza is, afoot and light-hearted, I take to the open road, healthy, free, the world before me, the long brown path before me leading wherever I choose. Means in this first stanza, we came to know that the poet is setting out on the open road by foot. That means he has started his journey. He is light-hearted and open to all. He is about to experience many things. That means he is ready to take any kind of experience in his life. Here the poet recognizes that it is he who is in control of his journey. That means the poet is taking the complete responsibility of his journey. He will choose where the path will take him on his journey, and yes, the poet has decided wherever he will reach, wherever he will go, the path will decide his journey. So this was how the first stanza we have to understand. Now the second stanza. Henceforth I ask not good fortune, I myself am good fortune. Henceforth I whimper no more, postpone no more, need nothing. Done with indoor complaints, libraries, querulous criticisms, strong and content I travel the open road. Here in this second stanza, the poet says that he does not have to pray for good luck. Here he is not going to pray the God to anyone that please give me something good luck, because He is the maker of his own good luck, his own destiny. He will take the complete responsibility of his destiny. He will take the complete responsibility of his journey. But he will not pray. He will no longer cry or hesitate to do what he wants, because he is in need of nothing. That means he doesn't want any kind of help from anyone. He wants to take his journey at his own. He is happy in his journey, and in his life's journey he will take the responsibility of all his deeds. He is well content. He is self-satisfied with all the equipments he has. So that's why he doesn't need any kind of things from anyone. So this is how we have to understand the second stanza. Now I am going to explain the third stanza. And the third stanza reads like this. The earth that is sufficient, I do not want the constellations any nearer. I know they are very well where they are. I know they suffice for those who belong to them. This third stanza says that the poet is happy in his journey with whatever he has. The road and he himself are sufficient. He doesn't need anyone's help. The poet doesn't want to include himself in the group of the people who belongs to the influential group of people. The world in this poem is used as constellation, means the gathering, the group of influential people, because he does not want to get influenced from other, as he wants to experience everything on his own. So he believes that the necessities that he will face ahead in his journey, that will be provided by the Mother Earth. So he is happy with whatever he has at present. He is not in worry for tomorrow, because at present he is fine and he doesn't need the help of anyone to complete his journey. Understood, students? This is how we have to understand the third stanza. Now the last or the fourth stanza. Still here I carry my old delicious burdens. I carry them, men and women. I carry them with me wherever I go. I swear it is impossible for me to get rid of them. I am filled with them and I will fill them in return. In this stanza, in this fourth or the last stanza of the poem, the poet admits that he accepts that he is not without ease. He means to say that the journey he is taking, he doesn't mean to say that the journey, the path he is going to move ahead is not full of all hospitalities, all comfortabilities. He is not without ease. He also has so many problems, but instead of worries, instead of problems, he will enjoy them. Here, Walt Whitman communicates the sense of enjoyment he feels for his own burdens, his responsibilities. The poet admits to all that he carries them with him wherever he goes in his life. The speaker, the poet, Walt Whitman, declares that he cannot cut himself from them. Instead, he and his burdens share a meaningful relationship. He is filled with his burdens and in return he feels them. Here, Walt Whitman is giving us a thought that his troubles, his burdens do not define him. Rather, Walt Whitman accepts, the poet accepts them and carries them with him wherever he goes. This is what our poem says. Now, the summary of the poem. Song of the Open Road poem is an expression of cheerfulness as the poet narrates what he feels and watches and observes while walking on the open road. Right from the beginning of his journey on the road, he separates himself from all worldly wise things and needs. The poet is describing a journey of life on which he is moving. That means it is the journey of life which is being given by our poet. He describes himself as being healthy, free, and realizes he is the only person who is in complete control of his existence. He chooses his own fate and fortune. Because of this understanding and thoughtfulness, he doesn't have to wish or hope or pray for good fortune. That means our poet is completely responsible for his complete deeds. He clarifies that he himself is his own good fortune and that is all his needs. That means he will take complete responsibility of his own needs and deeds. There is nothing he is missing. He will reach towards his destination on his own. And the earth, this Mother Earth, will provide him with whatever is needed extra that are necessary in his journey. This is not to say that the road he is taking is not covered with limitations and troubles, but he has decided to walk on his journey facing all the problems and troubles. Rather than worry about the burden, the poet takes those troubles, those limitations, those problems and deal with them as they arise. He accepts that he and his burden share a meaningful relationships. Therefore, he has to carry out them along everywhere he goes. That is why this poem has been entitled as Song of the Open Road by Walt Whitman. Thank you, students. This much is the explanation about the poem. I hope you have understood well. If still you have any problem regarding the understanding of any of the concept in the poem, you may ask me without any hesitation. Okay, students, thank you so much for today's class.